Hey Scorpios, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be taking a look at your October through November, your Mabon through Samhain seasonal general reading here. Just a quick note, in the Northern Hemisphere, this is going to be covering, from the autumnal equinox, September 22nd through Mabon season, which covers October, and then into Samhain season through November and up until Yule. So with that, even if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, these are the same messages. It's two different sides of one coin. So as we're going through the coming of the darkness on the north side, y'all are welcoming the light back on the south side. So you can tailor all of this, that is specific to you wherever you are geographically, but same messages, just at counterpoints in the wheel. So let's talk about your meditation. If anyone has seen the movie Coco, I don't know if it's DreamWorks or tell me in the comments. I don't remember what Coco is, but it's an animated film. It's absolutely one of my favorites, but I cannot remember who makes it. And it's about the Day of the Dead and family and ancestry. But there are, on the other side, like how they depict the afterlife, they have these sort of spirit animals. And one of them, I don't want to give anything away if no one has seen it, but the matriarch on the other side has a spirit animal that is this kind of like a electroglow tiger. It's a little bit more than that. I think it has wings and all this stuff, but like a day glow, like electric neon tiger and all these different colors. And I saw a tiger in your meditation walking through the darkness, but it was just like, pink and orange and purple and blue and yellow, just bright, bright neon stripes, really beautiful, walking through the darkness. And then I saw it climb up some stairs and sit up top and just sort of hold court in this. It was the only source of light in an otherwise dark space. And I saw it get up at a certain point and kind of pad off elsewhere. And it had left behind all of this paint, like this electric neon glow in the dark paint behind. And as it walked, its paw prints were leaving these, like glow in the dark paw prints everywhere. I get the feeling from this meditation. First of all, tiger medicine is very much about, it's a high priestess energy. It's very much about or moon energy too, going within the darkness, seeing what is hidden, and being very tuned in and connected to what is true within you, within your own subconscious in terms of shadow work, but also within the collective, right? And holding space for those darker corners and the collective fear as it arises, right? So really, really interesting here, being the sole source of light in the darkness. Your animal energy for this time period is the butterfly. So beautiful air energy for you. Now, this is about transformation, metamorphosis, growth, cycles, right? But it's also about healing our pain and allowing ourselves to fully grow our wings and fly, right? The only way we can do that is if we come out of our cocoon fully, right? Being okay with not knowing when we'll be able to return to it. There's something about that in terms of cycles. Actually, it's a chrysalis for a butterfly. It's a cocoon for a moth. So anyway, this, relates to the Three of Swords as well, which is about, heart pain that stems from the past. The swords rule the realm of the mind, however, so it oftentimes is something that, does affect us mentally. It can even be subconsciously affecting the choices that we make, or reliving patterns in our relationships, or choosing the same person over and over, learning the same lessons over and over. So the fact that this is coming up for you in this context, I really feel like first of all, I feel like this is going to be a very charged season for you. We are looking at your birthday season here, but of course, because we are covering, October and November. And I feel like there's something about this where you're going to be the center of attention in some way, shape, or form. I feel like you're going to find a lot of people coming to you for advice or offering, will you join me in this? Can I take you out to coffee? Do you want to, meet up and have a chat? Do you want to do this interview? Whatever this is, I feel like you're going to be quite in the spotlight in some way, shape, or form. They're going to be people attracted to your light. And I say that because I saw it in your meditation, So just know that. I do feel like there's some stuff around energy management, needing to, know when to cocoon and when not to. That's something about that for sure. Now, this is fascinating because you're coming through as Eight of Wands, which is just so spot on. Look at that, like multicolored rainbow lightning. It's funny because that's very much feels like your meditation. Now, remember, wands rule the realm of action that we do or don't take around our purpose, right? What ignites our soul, whether that's the work that we do, our relationships, why we're here, all of that good stuff. So it's fire energy. And Eight of Wands is upward movement and ascension. It's messages, it's offers, it's contracts, it's important emails coming in, it's receiving important letters, phone calls that you don't want to miss, all of this stuff. And it's incoming towards you. A lot of people refer to this key as the arrows of love as well. So there could definitely be some, romantic overtures coming up for you as well. But it doesn't necessarily have to be, traditional romantic overtures. This could be, someone really falling in love with what you do and really looking up to you and asking you to be a mentor. This is really like you being seen through this beautiful, but I say this in a positive way, like a rose-colored lens. And it's really just you're being seen for, who you are and being that source of light in the darkness. I do think that the time that we're going into, there's a lot of fear in the collective. There's a lot of, worst case scenario thinking. And I feel like for you, you have a certain base comfort level with that just inherently because you did come here as a Scorpio to learn that in this lifetime, right? Because your sun sign, if you're a sun Scorpio, this is what you came here to learn. If you are living your highest and best path, then you are in some way embodying the best traits of what it is to be a Scorpio, right? So compare this also, I'm feeling, to your moon sign. Your moon sign is your, factory setting. It's who you are with no self-work, with no awareness. It's just who you inherently are. I would say, during this time as you move through it, especially as you find yourself maybe feeling a little bit like overwhelmed or like there's a lot going on, you might want to retreat. I feel like you're going to be spending a lot of energy on things. Maybe hold up your experience, Scorpio versus your moon sign, and see how those are aligning, right? So if you're a Scorpio moon and let's say that your moon sign is, I don't know, a Libra, right? Maybe you can ask yourself like, okay, well, my Libra soul is lacking this or in need of this. And that's going to help support my Scorpio energy moving through this time, right? I need to lighten up. Libra is about light and also about fairness, about justice, about, also the beauty and visceral joys of this life. Okay, well, I need to spend more time, doing just self-care and being around, people who make me laugh. And so look at what your needs are with your moon sign and let that guide you as well during this season is what I'm hearing. You might be hearing from people that you haven't heard from in a while either, which is nice. It feels like you're really there's like a magnet of attraction around you. You're like a magnetic attractor, and you're going to be drawing a lot of energy towards you, right? Now, your challenge is the Eight of Pentacles. Now, this is fascinating. Pentacles rule the realm of our physical experience, right? It's our health, it's our home, it's our finances. The Eight of Pentacles traditionally is when hard work and talent meet up with divine timing. This is that if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready key, right? The fact that this is coming up in your place of challenge, I'm really drawn to the spider energy here and this aspect of the web. And I want you to be aware of the stories that you tell yourself and the stories that were told to you about you, right? Because sometimes when we're attracting a lot of opportunity or focus, attention towards us, it can bring up some interesting things within us that we weren't aware of before, that we aren't perfectly comfortable looking at. And I say that because we've got this cocoon and this butterfly here, this chrysalis and this butterfly here coming in. So I'm hearing to really look at what lies within in terms of, stories and belief systems, but also this is working hard, not hardly working. So take breaks, rest. If the hard work key is coming up in your place of challenge, just try to balance it as best you can. Like refer to your moon sign as to how to remedy some of that stuff. I do feel like you're going to be incredibly busy. Incredibly busy. In your place of advice, you have the Eight of Swords here and the Five of Wands. And I just got to say one thing. Get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. Don't hide. When you feel overwhelmed, don't take it out on others. Be responsible for your energy. Be responsible and aware of how you receive energy from other people. Set those boundaries. Set boundaries within yourself and for yourself, especially with those who you love or spend a lot of time with. Self-awareness is the key here. Self-awareness is the key. Don't hide, don't avoid. Breathe through those reactive moments and choose to respond instead. That's your advice here, okay? There's a lot going on. But it's good, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like really good problems to have. Your place of victory is the moon, which is really beautiful. This is Pisces energy. This is about the unknown, but it's also about psychic energy. It's again, you're that source of light in the darkness. I feel like you're going to be able to step more fully into your ability to not just embrace the unknown, but help others do the same, right? You're going to be a source of comfort to others during this time. You just are. I feel it. I feel it a lot. This could be, on a main platform where you're reaching a lot of people at the same time, where it's less one-on-one, but it's still having the same effect. Or it could definitely be one-on-one, or groups. But there's something about your energy that is just going to be incredibly medicinal for others at this time. So the fact this is coming in as your victory says to me that you're holding true to that and you're allowing that to happen with and for you and be there for others, like from your humanitarian heart. And that's really lovely because you guys, from a heart space, you guys truly you understand what it is to need comfort and feel pain and feel deeply. So when others are coming to you from that place and wanting to bask in your moonlit glow, I do see you being receptive to that. Again, it's just about putting in those boundaries and trying to pace yourself, right? Because you can't give from an empty cup, right? I also see with this, you making peace with certain aspects of your path that are less, visible, right? Remember the tiger came up, it's that moon energy, high priestess energy with the glow in the dark and the moon. Making peace with the unknown, being okay. I've been seeing this online a lot, this little blurb that says how do you know you're on your path? Well, you're on your path because it disappears, right? You're just living. You're just being in the moment and being receptive to whatever comes without needing to know how things are going to go or what's coming next. And if you are able to truly embrace that, and that you won't have it forever, this is like you might be able to live in that for a week, 2 weeks, a month, a year, but it's not forever because that's not really part of the human experience. We like to know and plan, and it feels safe to us and all of those things. But for you to be able to achieve this for any length of time and have it be grounded within you, where you're truly going with the flow and okay with whatever may come because you trust and believe in your soul that everything is working out for you all of the time, that is Scorpio magic. That is Scorpio magic. And that's your victory, which is beautiful. So in your place of outcome here, you have the King of Swords. Now, this is beautiful. More air energy, another moon there. King of Swords is very much about clarity, but he's also really, really good at delegating and discernment and just being incredibly perceptive, but you wouldn't necessarily know it because he doesn't necessarily speak on everything he sees. He's the strong and silent type, right? He's incredibly astute. When he does speak, people listen because he doesn't have idle chatter. He really chooses his words carefully and chooses his moments. I feel like this is you stepping onto a larger platform where you are communicating to others in a way that has a lot of impact. This could be you getting a greater role at work or, starting a platform where people are seeing you or even stepping into a greater leadership role within your family. But people are turning to you for your wisdom. They're going to be listening to what you say. I also feel like if any of you are writers or been thinking about writing in any way, there is going to be a lot of magical potential in what you're channeling through right now during your birthday season. So if you have ideas, if you even wanted to start a blog just to speak to some of the collective darkness and fear that's going on, you have something to say and people need to hear it. Okay? Now, for your Mabon oracle here, you have elderberries, number 13. There it is. There it is. A knowing within bone, allow it to guide you. There it is. A knowing within bone, allow it to guide you. This oracle really speaks of allowing yourself to jump into something and trust that you're going to figure it out as you go and that you know what you're doing. Right? A lot of times it's very tempting to go oh, I need to, research this or spend more time with this or think about this more. But if you're truly coming from your intuitive knowing, like the moon suggests here in your place of victory, you're going to be able to trust that you're going to figure it out and sort it out. Like, you know how many times opportunities come and there's that feeling of like, oh God, I'm excited, but I don't feel ready for this, right? Trust that if it comes along your path and it feels right, then you are ready. Elderberries. Now, your Samhain oracle, apples. They're both number 4, by the way, 13, because 1 + 3 is 4, and 4, number of foundation and balance and stability and platform. Apples. To taste, one must swallow it whole, and beneath the satin flame hides drowning waters. To taste, one must swallow it whole, and beneath the satin flame hides drowning waters. So this is that, you know, Snow White, evil witch with the apple, and you know, what is that, like revenge is like eating, or what is it? I can't think of the quote, but it's like when you're eating poison and expecting the other person to die. Let me know in the comments. I can't think of the exact thing, but it's you know, this speaks to the ways in which you are a disservice to yourself, and also when we aren't responsible of our energy and the way that we show up in the world. This is speaking to me in an aspect of your energy management too. I want to say to you, how does your shadow manifest? That's the question. How does your shadow manifest? What are the ways in which you act out of your own best interest? What are your vices? I feel like your vices are going to be incredibly telling during this time period. And I feel like they're going to come for you. I feel like for some of you, it's going to come in the form of hiding or wanting to retreat and go away, right? Be cognizant of that. Be cognizant. I'm hearing energy management. Right? Energy management. I'm really hearing like, notice what form your vices take and what triggers them. I feel like that's going to be incredibly informative and matter in some way, shape, or form. You know, apples are also the fruit of knowledge and wisdom as well. And if you cut it through the center, you've got like a star shape in the middle. So there is something about this as well that feels like you are connecting into some deep knowing and knowledge within you that people, you know, are going to benefit from and that you will benefit from as well. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of like emotional detoxification and healing for you during this time. It might feel natural at some point or another to just go, I need to retreat and heal up before I can go back out, and that's fine. It's just about understanding the time and cycles of that and doing it consciously, right? Consciously retreating as opposed to reactively running away. Conscious retreat versus running away. 2 different things. But I feel like that's important for you for some reason. I really, really do. There's a magnetic manifesting attractive flow that it's your moment. It's your time to be the manifester. And so manage everything that comes the best that you can. And as long as you stay in conscious awareness and your subconscious isn't affecting your choices, remember, it's only what we don't see that has control over us, right? If we have a self-awareness and a self-knowing enough, then we can work with those things as they arise and negotiate. Okay, that part of me that wants to run and hide and put my head in the sand and just, ooh, because it's too many things going on right now. Okay, how can we negotiate? Okay, can we take the rest of the day and just not answer the phone? Great. Will we be back at it tomorrow? Great. Okay, great. Well, or reassess tomorrow, right? Be mindful, be conscious of it, because I do feel like there's an onslaught, not in a bad way, of energy coming. And I do feel like it's going to require a lot of energy for you to, you know, hold space for a lot of these people that are going to be turning to you for wisdom and comfort and advice as well, and as an example. So just think about that. Also, writing could be a great way to get some of this, you know, out as well and help from a little bit more of a distance as well, like, because it will get, you know, I'm hearing energy management again. So also your psychic abilities, your intuition is going to be absolutely on fire. Your empath aspects, if you're an empath. So again, setting those energy boundaries and self-care are going to be incredibly, incredibly, incredibly important. But remember, there's a time to fly. There's a time to be in the chrysalis. This is a time to fly with breaks spent in the chrysalis that you plan and are conscious of, okay? Just putting that out there. So with that being said, beautiful Scorpios, I am very excited for you. This feels like like a big transformation for you, and I'm excited about what you're going to manifest. I so hope that this helps and resonates. If so, let me know in the comments below. It's my favorite part of this whole gig is connecting with each and every one of you in the comments. So let me know what's going on. Please like, please share, please subscribe. I would so appreciate that. Stay tuned. I have some exciting things coming very, very soon. I'm very excited to share with you guys that I created for you guys and with you guys in mind. So really excited about that. And with that being said, just thank you so much for being here. And as always, and most of all, Scorpio, thank you for being you, and be well. Until next time.